welcome to a channel which goes by the names of the Football News Top 10 and Lifestyle Zone in there. Please subscribe to this channel so as not to miss out on stories that we will upload in here on a day. Now today we are coming up with one of our first shows in there. It's called the latest transfer news show in here. Thank you guys for watching it. Please feel free to come on this channel and please subscribe to our channel so as not to miss out on the stories that we do upload in here on a daily. Now, very many stories are into the so-called transfer news right now, and I feel like I should really come out and do the needful really to bring you stories that are really doing great into the news, featuring Lewandowski from Mancity being monitored by Manchester City, AC Milan set Giroud set for the AC Milan move, and the other player who goes by the name of Willocks, who really wants a loan return to a team which goes by names of Newcastle in there. So thank you guys for watching in. It's always nice having you onto this channel. This is a lad who goes by the names of Rokani in there. I really do such stories onto this channel in there, and I'm really great to have you always onto this channel because you guys are something else, and I like your zeal to always come through and really bring on the news in here. Guys, smash a like button onto this channel, onto this video, and feel free guys to subscribe and let me know in the comment section below where you're watching it from, because we are really up to the level of coming in here and bringing you the news as it comes through from all the corners. This is the latest transfer news show onto the Football News Top 10s and Lifestyle Zone in here. And if at all you are new to this channel, please subscribe to this channel by smashing the red button, red tab into the lower right corner in there, and after subscribing, please click the notification bell. That will enable you get notifications each and every time we go live onto this channel as we are right now. And all I want to let you know is that let's first go into the story of a man who goes by names of Giroud. Giroud is a man who plays for a team which goes by names of Chelsea. He has been at Chelsea for a very long time, and having brought to Chelsea from Arsenal some years back, he featured more prominently into a team of Frank Lampard and Tammy Abraham. They are really competing for that #1 spot in there for a team which goes by names of Chelsea. Then after, things never went as we expected them to go for a team which goes by names of, for a man who goes by names of Giroud. Ever since Lampard was sacked and Tuchel came in from AC Milan, because he was also sacked from AC Milan. Tuchel comes in, wins the Champions League, distances himself from the services of Giroud, and Giroud feels like he does not have enough time. He does not have enough playing time at a team which goes by names of Chelsea, and this could lead him to miss out to the World Cup. I think it's going to be the last tournament that is playing for a team which goes by names of France. He might miss out on the World Cup, so Giroud really wants to get a team that is really going to give him first-team football, and he's expected to go to a team which goes by names of AC Milan, and the technical director Paul Maldini of AC Milan. Remember, Paul Maldini is one of those long-serving players for a team which goes by the name of AC Milan. I never saw him play for any other team because he played for AC Milan up to the age of 40 years. Can you imagine? He played for AC Milan up to the age of 40 years. That is Paul Maldini in there for you. So Paul Maldini is the technical director of a team which goes by names of AC Milan, and he has come out and said that the Giroud to AC Milan deal is going to be announced on Thursday. So we expect Giroud to come out and be announced in there by a team which goes by the names of AC Milan in there before Thursday in there, because when you look at how things are going between Giroud in there and AC Milan, he looks like he is only left with, I think he has completed a medical, because Fabrizio really came out and said, he tweeted something here and said, I think it was on the 9th of July, like 6 days back. He really tweeted something that I really want to show you to the screen. I don't want you to say that I'm really forging stories up to here. I really want to show you onto the screen what Giroud, what a man who goes by the names of Fabrizio Romano really came out and said about this deal of Giroud joining a team which goes by the name of AC Milan in there. There are two tweets that really came out in there. So, one is latest, and the other really came out through 6 days ago, and I really want to put it on the screen to confirm to you that Olivier Giroud is joining a team which goes by the name of AC Milan after Chelsea really not getting him enough playing time that he felt like he wanted, and Chelsea feel like they are not ready to continue doing that for him. He has to play in the World Cup for a team which goes by names of France in there, so I think it's really something that is really seeing him to a move to a team which goes by AC Milan. Now, on July 9th, Fabrizio Romano, the king of transfers, tweeted, AC Milan have reached an agreement with Chelsea to sign Olivier Giroud. Here we go soon. €1 million as guaranteed fee, €1 million as add-ons. Giroud will sign until June 2023 once all details will be fixed. That is AC Milan. Giroud is expected to fly to Milan next week in there to do the medical. Now, Fabrizio Romano, 9 hours ago, tweeted, AC Milan director Paul Maldini confirms to Dazan Olivier Giroud will arrive tomorrow and he will be our new signing. Frank Kessie will stay as he's part of the future. We are working to extend his contract in there. So that's what Fabrizio Romano has come out and said. A man who goes by the names of Olivier Giroud. He's staying at a team which goes by the names of AC Milan in there. As many of you are asking yourselves, Kessie is one of those CDMs that is being looked at by very many teams in there, all over Europe in there. I even had rumors that Manchester United are interested in signing him. But all in all, what I've got to know is that the football director of AC Milan, who goes by the name of Pablo Maldini, has come out and said that they are really building something new, and they really feel like Kessie is one of those strong people and pillars into that team. Remember, they have very many good players in there, with the 40-year-old Zlatan Ibrahimovic in there, though he has been really an injury-prone player, and they're returning to what we call the Champions League in there. So Olivier Giroud is running for his life at a team which goes by the names of AC Milan, such that he gets enough playing time to compete for the position into there as France goes into the World Cup in there. Remember, the World Cup is happening next year in Qatar, and it's a deal. France will go through, and I expect them really to come up big and better, to come and do the needful for team which goes by the names of France in there. That is Olivier Giroud in there for you. We leave that story. I don't know what you thought about that. You can as well go into the comment section and tell us what you think about this Olivier Giroud story. This Olivier Giroud story in there. Now, we got a story of Willocks in there. Willocks is a midfielder for a team which goes by names of Arsenal, and he has been at Arsenal for some time. Remember, he's an academic graduate from the Arsenal Academy in there. Now, Arteta last season gave him a loan to a team which goes by names of Newcastle. He played a total of 14 games for a team which goes by names of Newcastle, and he scored 8 goals. So that goal match to goal ratio is really good, because that means each and every one and a half games he really had to score a goal. That means playing 14 games, those are how many minutes? 90 times 14, those are 300. That is 1,360 minutes in there. But each and every 100 minutes that Willocks played were worth a goal. So it shows you how much he was really crucial for a team which goes by the name of Newcastle, and it really led to their not being relegated in their all cut off from the Premier League. So I think they really want to get him back at the team, because he feels like it's the right time to really get back this lad. And Newcastle is really going to embrace this move, because they have no money. They are into a crisis. That's why they really want someone to buy off the club. That is Daniel Levy. Is he called? I don't know the owner of Newcastle. I've read his name somewhere here. What's the name of the owner of Newcastle? I really want to get it right here. Newcastle, its owner is called Ashley, yes, he's called Mike Ashley in there, the owner of Newcastle. He wants to sell off this club to the people who come out from Saudi Arabia, but they've been blocked by the FA in there. So Joe Willocks of Arsenal wants a loan move back to a team which goes by names of Newcastle. Newcastle are willing to welcome this, and Arsenal are saying, we are giving you this player on loan provided we put in a clause of buying him for good. buying him for good at 15 million pounds in there. So Arsenal looks like want to offload some players like Joe Willock in there, because in the position where he plays, there are very many players in there. Reece Nelson in there, Pepe also plays that side, and very many other people into the midfield of Arsenal. So Arsenal has plenty of midfielders in there, and Joe Willock cannot really make it to the starting lineup of Arsenal. And I don't remember. Let me check. Arsenal versus Hibernian. Did Joe Willock really feature? I really want to get, because if at all he never featured into that game of Arsenal versus a team which goes by names of Hibernian, that means he's totally out of the picking order, because the manager really did lots of changes. Almost he played with 22 players. So I really want to see the lineup of Arsenal. Okonkwo was in goal. Cedric, Clark, Pablo Mari, Kolasinac. Back four: Nelson, Reis, Elneny, Maitland-Niles, Willian, Aubameyang, Nketiah. That was the starting lineup of Arsenal. Now, when you look at the bench, Arsenal had Hector Bellerin, Thomas Partey, Alexander Lacazette, Nicolas Pepe, Omari, Pablo Mari in there. They had Omari, Balogun, Omar Krekik, Jack Henry Francis, Emily Smith-Rowe, and Carl Jacob Hein in there. So that means Joe Willock cannot even make it to the bench of a team which goes by names of Arsenal. That's a sure that he's not going to stay at a team which goes by names of Arsenal. That means 100% that he's leaving the team which goes by names of Arsenal, and Arteta no longer needs his services in there. So that is something that Joe Willock is working on. He really wants to leave a team which goes by names of Arsenal and go out to a team which goes by names of Newcastle to get enough playing time in there. And if at all Newcastle will be interested into his services, they will go and really pay Arsenal 15 million pounds in there for the player, for the services of Joe Willock in there. So that is a big story coming in from Arsenal. Those are some of the players that Arsenal is offloading. Remember, Arsenal has offloaded a man who goes by names of David Luiz. David Luiz left. We expect Xhaka to go. Odegaard really went out because he was on loan, but is expected to return. That story, I'm preparing it into this morning in there. The other player that is expected to leave Arsenal goes by the names of Kolasinac, because that left full back has close to 3 people competing for it. One being Nuno Tavares, the new signee in there, and the starter who goes by Kian Tierney, who is a Scottish who played into the Euros. You saw him very well. And now Kolasinac. Though Kolasinac played very well yesterday, I don't think it's the plans of the manager, because the Premier League really wants to submit only 25-man squad. And the 25-man squad, there is no way you can put in a Kientieni, a Nuno Gomez, and a player who goes by the names of Kolasinac. That means Kolasinac has to leave a team which goes by names of Arsenal in there. And the only way any other player can feature into this is when he's from the academy. You can add in, if at all the players from the academy, you can add in very many as you want. Smith-Rowe, even if you don't register him in there, he can come in and play because he's from the academy. And Arsenal has few players that are coming from the academy that can feature. You see the likes of the Jack Willocks in there. They are being thrown out of the team because they are not really good enough to play for a team which goes by names of Arsenal, because Arsenal looks like they are really on the road to go ahead and really rebuild their team in there. So guys, smash a like on the video, comment and share. What do you think about this what do you think about this Joe Willock story? Because he wants to walk out of Arsenal and go to a team which goes by names of Newcastle, where he performed very well. I don't know. I really want to see your thoughts onto this story. Please come into the comment section. Tell me where you're watching in from, and tell me something about Joe Willock leaving a team which goes by names of Arsenal. The first story we did was all about Giroud, as AC Milan have confirmed Giroud is moved to AC Milan in there. And now Joe Willock wants to leave a team which goes by names of Arsenal to go in and play for a team which goes by names of Newcastle, that really gave him lots and lots of playing time in there, and he's leaving a team which goes by names of Arsenal. Arsenal have no problem with letting him go because they feel like they have more players that can do more for them other than a Joe Willock in there. So Joe Willock fighting for his life at Arsenal. He really wants to go away from Arsenal to join the likes of John Shelby in there at a team which goes by names of Newcastle, and I think Steve Bruce will be really waiting to welcome him at that team. Remember, Newcastle is having some issues. They really wanted to sell it off to some rich man in there from Saudi Arabia, and something is really preventing it to happen. But all in all, they are really doing great in there. They survived a relegation, which was really something great, because guys, surviving a relegation is something that is hard and very, 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 very good to hear for a team which goes by the names of Newcastle. Now, we get into our last story of the day. That is Lewandoski. Lewandoski, that is Man City are monitoring Lewandoski and his availability at a team which goes by the names of Bayern Munich. Remember, he's the targets man for Bayern Munich. He scored very many goals last season and the other season in there that saw them win the Champions League in there by beating a team which goes by names of PSG into the final. That is last summer in there, 2019-2020, because Chelsea are the champions of 2020-2021. Now, Man City are monitoring the availability of a man who goes by names of Lewandoski, because they are really into a hunt for what we call the so-called number 9 in there after Kun Aguero quit a team which goes by the names of Man City in there. So what Man City wants is that they really want to see themselves get back into the market, because they made a £100 million bid for a man who goes by names of Harry Kane, and after all that it was turned down by a team which goes by names of Tottenham Hotspur, because Tottenham Hotspur wants £150 million in there for a man who goes by names of Harry Kane. So Man City looks like, oh, what? This is a lot of money, and for starters we can really go in and get a player who goes by Lewandowski. But what's funny, Lewandowski is 32. You've let out a player who is 32 years old, and you're bringing in a player who is at the same age. So I'm wondering myself, why are Man City monitoring a player who goes by names of Lewandowski, yet he's the same age bracket with a lad who goes by the names of Kun Aguero, who left and went for Barcelona on a free transfer. So one thing I'm asking myself is that why let out Kun Aguero, a proven striker, go and then bring another proven striker who is the same age as Kun Aguero? What is the manager all about who goes by names of Pep Guardiola? But Pep Guardiola really has some good links to Bayern Munich. Remember, he was their manager for close to 2-3 years. After leaving Barcelona, he went to a sabbatical in America, and then he came and became the manager of a team which goes by the Bayern Munich in there. He built up some good structures in there, but he really left and he really came at Man City. He agreed a deal with Man City when he was still at Bayern, and he came at Man City, and ever since he came at Man City, everything is history. Now, the other strikers they are really looking at, Erling Haaland in there, he's rated at £150 million. Joe Felix, I think they bought him at £108 million in there. A team which goes by name of Atletico Madrid. I don't know how much they're really going to put onto his head. That is something I'm still wondering in here. But all in all, it looks like a team which goes by the names of Man City are really hunting badly for a striker after Harry Kane's bid was rejected by a team which goes by the names of Tottenham Hotspur. Danny Levy really wants some big money, and he has assured his new manager, who goes by names of Nuno Espirito, that Harry Kane is going nowhere. Harry Kane is going nowhere. That's the assurance that a man who goes by names of Daniel Levy has come out and given the manager of a team which goes by the names of Tottenham Hotspur, Nuno Espirito, that Harry Kane is going nowhere. But I don't know really whether Harry Kane is really going to stay here, because it looks like a team which goes by names of Tottenham Hotspur cannot really hold this star, because it feels like he's 27, he's left with just 5 years on top of his career. He wants to get a very big contract. Again, he really wants to win trophies because he's a goal scoring machine in there. Even the recently concluded Euros, you've just seen him score 4 goals in there in the 7 games that they've played, because they played 3 games into the group stages. They played the round of 16, quarterfinal, semi-final, and the final. So in 7 games, Harry Kane has scored 4 goals in there. Something, the conversion not being bad, though he really would have scored very many goals if at all he had really netted into the so-called group stages in there. So Harry Kane in there for you, being connected to Man City in there. So it's something good to hear and see, because I think Harry Kane deserves something better. I have an argument that Harry Kane, to prove to me that he's a world class, he has really to leave a team which goes by names of Tottenham Hotspur and go to a team which goes by Man City, Manchester United, Chelsea in there, Liverpool, and do the needful. Because Luka Modric played, and he was a quality player and was playing for a team which goes by the names of Tottenham Hotspur in there. But before he really went ahead to really get it or become a world-class player and be rated a world-class player, what he did first was to go to Real Madrid and really win them trophies, and he became a world-class player. That's something that Hurricanes are supposed to do to become a world-class player. Guys, feel free to come in and comment. Subscribe to this channel so as not to miss out on the stories that we're uploading here on the daily. Mancity monitoring Lewandoski, Giroud set for AC Milan move, and a lad who got Joe Willocks says, I'm leaving Arsenal. What do you think about this, guys? I want to see your comments into the comment section below. I'm out for now. This is Rokani David, aka RD. I'm out for now. See you later.